A spicy agenda. It will be a sweet one, and we will take you to journeys, but of key importance, we will tell you where to follow the money. We have the slips and we have the experts. And when you think about the experts, then they know the game, they understand. And this is why we are calling it nothing else but this is the first one in the country. I know others might try to catch up, but they will never do it. Because here at KTN News, you know, when you think about sports, you will always have it covered. Now think about the games that they have been able to be played this year. A number of goals have gone behind the net, but of key importance, we know it quite well. That it has been said, not once, not twice, not thrice, that one man practicing sportsmanship is far much better than 50 of us who preach it. But let me tell you, without preaching, then you will never enjoy what is happening on that pitch. And that is why today we're here. And we're here to tell you where and how exactly you will be able to do it. I know we have a number of people who will say kukurukakara ding dong. Mambo iko hivi, mambo ni white, mambo ni black, wekelea hapo, usiwekelea hapa. Ukipiga hapo, utapiga nje. I'm talking about Stephen Mkangai. But at the same time, another gentleman who for him, he will play it cool at some time, but he is a very cheeky one because he says he understands football. That is Rogers Eshitemi. I know Hassan Juma somewhere will be able to spice it and tell you about it. But Robinson Okenye, I know when we talk football, then you're also on the other side of the fence. Others are arguing that because of your height, you will be leading this team, scoring those headed goals. Will that happen? I'm not sure, but we are starting, Okenye. What do you have on your end?
Well, Moses, of course, it's the beginning of something new. For a very long time, yourself, Hassan Juma, and I have always been asked, where are our predictions for games that are happening this weekend? And we decided that, you know what, we don't want to let you out. And tonight, we begin that journey with you, giving you the best predictions that you can get each and every weekend. So let's take a look at the leagues, some of the leagues that we'll be covering and giving you predictions on the major games that will be happening on the weekend. We cannot leave out our local Premier League, Football Kenya Federation Premier League. We'll be giving you a lowdown on what to expect and our personal predictions on how the games will turn out. Now, aside from Football Kenya Federation Premier League, the CAF Champions League, remember, it's still going on. We'll be taking a look at the games that are on the cards each and every time. Will the Tanzanian sides do better? We'll be taking a look at the CAF Champions League. Now, aside from that, we'll be taking a look at the CAF Confederation Cup. Every time we normally have lots of games. So CAF Confederation Cup, we'll be having a look at that and giving you our predictions. Which team can rule Africa when you talk about CAF Confederation Cup? Now, aside from that, we get into the big boys, the English Premier League. We'll be giving you the lowdown on what to expect on all the 10 fixtures for every single weekend. Which team we expect to come on top, which team probably will not have what it takes to win, and probably which teams are evenly drawn. Now, aside from the English Premier League, we will be moving to Italy. That is the Serie A. What does the old lady have to say when you talk about the Serie A? Does the old lady have what it takes to win it? Will it be International? Will it be AC Milan? Will it be Atalanta or Lazio? We'll be taking a look at all that. Now, from the Serie A, we'll also be looking at the Bundesliga. Hurricane at the moment, red hot, hitting the goals. But will Bayern Munich win the league? We'll be taking a look at the Bundesliga and how important it is for Bayer Leverkusen to win the league. And aside from that, the games that we have. Now, we'll be taking a look at the Spanish La Liga. Real Madrid currently cruising nicely, but can Barcelona catch up? Can Atletico Madrid catch up? We'll be giving you the predictions for every weekend in the Spanish La Liga. Now, after that, we get into the big boys, the Champions League. This is where every single prediction lies. Who will win the Champions League? We'll be laying it bare on what to expect. Aside from the Champions League, we do have the Europa League. A number of teams that are playing in the Europa League. Your favorite team is probably playing in the Europa League. We'll be giving you what to expect from that. Remember, it's all about the football slip. Now, every single Friday, we'll be taking a look at some of the players that we expect to light up the weekend. For the English Premier League, will it be Erling Haaland? Will it be Bruno Fernandes? Will it be Mo Salah? Will it be Bukayo Saka? We'll be taking a look at all these players on what to expect from them and probably how many goals we expect them to score. And aside from this, every single weekend, we'll be taking a look at the biggest game of the weekend, such as this weekend. It will be all about Manchester City at Anfield taking on Liverpool. Very, very important. And that is all about the football sleep. I don't know, Hassan Juma, what do you have to say about this weekend?
Wajua umenitoa tonge mdomoni Robinson Okenya. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu kila siku sio Inside Sports, sio zilizala viwanjani, sio Scotland weekend. Kuna wakati mwingine niko na familia yangu najivinjari tu, natulia tu, yani wajua tena najimoya moya tena. Mbona Hassani, Liverpool inacheza na Arsenal. Nipatie sleep. Sleep vipi? Tumechoka bwana, ndio maana tukaanzisha makala. Baada ya miaka na mikaka tumeanzisha makala murwa kabisa, makala ya The Football Sleep. Kwa nini? Jivinjari, kaa kitako nyumbani, ufuatilie, manake hapa tutatoa dondoo yote, tutachambua, alafu tutakusaidia wewe penzi mtazamaji, angalau ukiwekeza unawekeza kihekima. Ndio maana na wadau na wanahabari wenzangu ambao wamekolea, wamechambua, au ndio kazi yao hapa. Steven Mkangae, mwana wa Nora, baba Nora,
endelea,
mke wa Nora. Hapo sivyo.
Mke wa Nora, hapana. Huyu ni Steven Mkangai, baba Nora, omwana wa Nora, man of tactics, nyoto kumemetuka, Ingotse all time top scorer.
Ndio nikasahau bali kusema hivyo.
Ni weekend na ukitaka tuende sana pia tutasema kila ambacho.
Bro. Anasema nini? Bro. Chunga sana. Roger system. Hebu mkanye huyu ndugu yako.
Muulize kwanza.
Lakini before tu kadi nafikiri kwanza ungeenda uangalie. Kwa sababu sijasema umekula chochote au mfanye. Nilikuwa nataka tu kuongea alafu nenda uangalie.
Na ile blue.
Ilikataliwa. Infantino likataa.
Wajua kabla Rogers aongee. Mkangani nilipokuona kwa mbali. Nikaona nyekundu alafu na blue,
samawati ya kando.
Huyu Mkangae mbona tukangana hivi? Kwa nini? Kwa nini Manchester United na Chelsea? Kumbe ni Crystal Palace.
Palace ya. Hii ndio timu yangu tangu utotoni. Wajua kwenye radio watu hatuoni. Nikisema ni shabiki kwa United wanaamini. Lakini sasa hapa naangaliwa. Na naangaliwa na mamilioni ya Wakenya, watazamaji wanaangalia. Kwa hivyo hii ni Palace, ingawa ligi wanasoswa na kuboronga, lakini kwamba kipendacho moyo ni dawa. Na tumeanza sasa. Nafikiri huu mwendo tumeanza nao huu. Sisi tuko kule wanasema tumefika salama. Junction ya kwenda huko Makindu. Wengine bado hajaanza.
Rogers Estemi, I mean you cover all the leagues. I say all the leagues because we cover the Premier League, we cover the elite leagues in Europe. Wow, I'm sure the same questions that you get asked every single day are the same questions you get asked also.
Absolutely. I know this.
Is this the answer?
Absolutely.
The football slip?
This is just one of it, and it's just ice on the tips of the bag. And I feel it is going to open a lot of opportunity for guys to know exactly what football matters. Because at the end of the day, football right now is business. Yeah. Of course, on the side of the club, they want to generate money. On the side of the player, he wants to earn big salary. And then on the side of the fan, you have to monitor which team can win, which team is going to lose, and which player is going to score these goals, how many corner kicks will be in that match, and how many penalties or other red cards, yellow cards, even the blue card that Mukanga has tried to defect. I feel it's going to give those chances, and either 50 chances or 40% chances or even 100% chances. And at the end of the day, everybody will go back to his home, his house, smiling. But then sometimes you'll get it wrong. Don't take it personal. Just try that the next time.
SG, uko sawa bro?
Nashukuru bana. Nashukuru. Najua tu ndio mkoko umealika maua.
Nasema kwa upole.
Kuna jamaa watasema chapa ua. kuna jamaa atasema kichwa, kuna jamaa atasema over 2.5.
Gamba la kifua.
But of importance is you have a number of people, a number of individuals who understand the game. And while at it, then they will be able to tell you how well you will be able to dissect and join us. Remember the hashtag for the day and for the entire year, it will be none other than hashtag the football slip. Hashtag the football slip. Go to the social medias at this particular time and we will start the conversation. So remember, we have 10 important games that we will be able to sample. I know I will go to Robinson Okenya, so he will be able to give us those 10 games in details. But I'm telling you, the 10 games that we will be sampling this weekend, we will be able to dissect them and also at the same time give you the results, give you our predictions, give you what we expect the games will be able to fare. Na katika ile tu hali, kumbuka iwapo unatazama ukiwa nyumbani, hapa hivi wadadisi tutadadua. Lakini wewe pia fuata roho yako. Ikiwa umesikia Mkangai amesema weka over 2.5, Hassan Juma akasema hapa tu hivi ni goal. Alafu ukasikia naye Shtemi akasema mimi nitakaa hapa hivi kwenye fence kidogo, najaribu kuona iwapo itakuwa ni 1 or 2. Alafu naye Robinson Okenya pale akakuchanganya akasema hapa ni X. Kuna wakati sisi sote tutakuwa tumeambatana na mambo ikakuwa ni shwari kabisa. Lakini katika tu ile hali, just remember the final decision if you're placing any bet, it must be your decision. But because you're talking about the football slips, we must also tell you with a lot of emphasis, if you're a gambler, you must do it very, very responsibly. And then next week, or in 2 weeks to come, I will be able to tell you what I will be refilling in this tumbler. I'll always use a tumbler. So I don't want a glass because it might break. But at the same time, I won't say that. But just remember, it will get spicy, it will get sweeter. I love my water, so I'm taking water for the day. And it will be able just to refresh and give me up to the best. But Robinson Okenya, we are talking about 10 games. And we are telling our viewers, go to our social media handles. Remember, mine is at Moses Wahisi. We have at Hassan Juma. And then we have at R_Okenya. We'll have an opportunity to tell Mkangai to give you the handles and also Roger Zeshitemi to give you the handles. So follow those handles, but use the hashtag, the football slip. So Okenya, the 10 magical games of the weeks. It's not about only Kenyan Premier League. It's not all about Football Kenya Federation, not La Liga, not Bundesliga. It's a mix. It's a concoction of everything. What exactly are we predicting on this very Friday?
Yes, Moses, as you've said it, let me leave you to take a sip of water. We take a look at the games that we have on our slip this weekend. We have a couple of games. So, and remember, the first game that falls on our slip is Manchester United. They will be in action tomorrow at around 3:30, taking on Everton. One of the games that we have this weekend. So we'll be seeing that slip in a bit. The 10 games that we have for the weekend. Manchester United among the games that will be there. And then we have Arsenal taking on Brentford. Arsenal fans, remember, they are saying at the moment, kikuja vibaya, tatu lazima upokee kwenda juu. So Arsenal will be on the fixture. Then Liverpool, the big match of the weekend. Liverpool will be taking on Manchester City. Bayern Munich will be in action against FC Mainz. Then RB Leipzig will be taking on Darmstadt. That is one of the games. We'll be seeing those games on your screen in a bit. Bayer Leverkusen will be in action against Wolfsburg. Sassuolo will be taking on Frosinone. Juventus in Serie A will be taking on Atalanta. Remember, we cannot leave out the local football league. Bidco United will be taking on Nairobi City Stars. What are your expectations from that match? Now, aside from that, the big one for the weekend, Tusker will be taking on FC Leopards. What are your expectations? We'll be getting to that in a bit. I will be giving you my sleep for the weekend. Moses and Hassan will also be giving you the sleep for the weekend. But before we move on and take a look at the weekend, we want to roll it back. We had the Champions League this week. A couple of matches were on the cards. I want us to run through these results from the Champions League matches that were on the cards. Then Moses, I know, will want to comment about these results as well as his pundits. Now, Bayern Munich got a 3-0 win against Lazio. Real Sociedad lost to PSG. 2-1 was the final score. That is aggregate 4-1. Real Madrid settled for 1-1 draw against Leipzig. 2-1 was the aggregate score. And Manchester City got a 3-1 win against FC Copenhagen. 6-2 was the final score. Let's quickly take a look at the highlight of the match between FC Bayern Munich and Lazio before Moses gives us his take on that match, as well as Hassan Juma.